Emilio Escobar Gaviria. Yo soy Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria. Tranquilo, plata o plomo.
Imagine having so much money that you couldn't put it in a bank, so much money that you had to bury it in the ground, so much money that rats ate $1 billion of your wealth every year, and you didn't even care. This isn't a movie. This was the life of Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria, a man who at one point controlled 80% of the world's cocaine market, a man so wealthy that, according to legend, he once burned $2 million in cash just to keep his daughter warm while they were on the run. But how did the son of a poor farmer become the most powerful criminal in history? Was he a ruthless terrorist or a Colombian Robin Hood? Today we uncover the true story of El Patron. Pablo Escobar was born in 1949 in a turbulent Colombia. He didn't start with drugs. His first jobs involved petty theft, smuggling cigarettes, and even stealing gravestones. But Pablo had a vision. He was ambitious, and he knew the real money wasn't hidden in monuments. In the mid-70s, Pablo realized the potential of a new drug, cocaine. At the time, it was a luxury for wealthy Americans. Pablo decided to industrialize the process. He founded the Medellin cartel. His genius wasn't just in production, but in logistics. He bought islands in the Bahamas just so his planes had a place to refuel on their way to Miami. He smuggled cocaine in plane tires, in legal fruit shipments, even in pairs of jeans. They were making money so fast they stopped counting it. They started weighing it. But how did he keep everything under control? Through a simple, brutal philosophy, plata o plomo, silver or lead. Either you take the bribe, the silver, and look the other way, or you take a bullet, the lead. Cops, judges, politicians, everyone had a choice, and most chose the silver. Those who didn't disappeared quickly. At the height of his power, Escobar was on the Forbes list of billionaires. He built Hacienda Nápoles, an estate with a private zoo where he imported hippos from Africa, which, by the way, are still terrorizing the Colombian countryside today. He had everything. But Pablo was smart. He knew he needed the support of the people. In his hometown of Medellin, many saw him as a hero. He built houses for the poor, hospitals, and football fields. They called him Robin Hood. People adored him because the state had forgotten them, but Pablo hadn't. However, that facade of a benefactor hid pure evil. When the Colombian government, under pressure from the US, threatened extradition to America, Escobar's greatest fear, he declared war on the state. This was narco-terrorism. He planted car bombs in cities. He ordered the assassination of presidential candidates. And his worst crime? The bombing of Avianca Flight 203, killing 107 innocent people just to eliminate one politician, who in the end wasn't even on the plane. Robin Hood had become a monster. The pressure became unbearable. In 1991, Pablo struck a deal with the government. He would surrender, but on his own terms. He built his own prison, La Catedral. It had a jacuzzi, a football pitch. He brought in prostitutes, and he continued to run his cartel from the inside. When the government realized he was making fools of them and tried to move him, Pablo simply walked out. His escape lasted 16 months. This was the largest manhunt in history. On one side, the elite Colombian search block unit, supported by the DEA and CIA. On the other, Los Pepes, a group made up of Pablo's enemies who used his own brutal methods against him, killing his associates and family members. Escobar was backed into a corner. His empire was crumbling. He was alone, paranoid, and on the run. On December 2nd, 1993, the day after his 44th birthday, technology finally betrayed him. He stayed on a radio telephone call with his son for too long. They traced him to a house in Medellin. A shootout ensued. Pablo tried to escape across the rooftops. He was hit in the leg, the torso, and fatally, in the ear. The official version says the police killed him. His family claims he took his own life to avoid being taken alive. Pablo Escobar has been dead for over 30 years, but his ghost still haunts Colombia. For some, he remains a saint. For most, he was a bloodthirsty criminal who set the country back decades. His story is a reminder of what happens when unlimited ambition meets unlimited money. What do you think? Was Escobar a product of his time or pure evil? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button like Pablo smashed his competition, and subscribe for more insane true stories. See you in the next one.